We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy
Oh, that's amazing. The whole intro is amazing. Welcome, everybody, to Scarves.
Welcome to our holiday episode.
Yeah, our first holiday episode. I don't think we've technically done one before. Well, how's it going, guys? The music
Happy
completely
holidays.
threw me off. You didn't prepare me for it. I knew you were going to do something cool, and that was cool. So, awesome.
It's festive. It's festive.
Yeah.
God, jeez. That was a bad idea. We were trying to show off my lights because you can't see them behind me. So turn the lights off.
Barely.
And then the ring light, I didn't have it set properly, and I just blinded myself. So,
Why don't you go full screen for a second so we can all see your lights?
Oh,
Yeah.
how do I do that? That's Sydney. That's a great question.
Let me see. I can try it.
I am sure we can figure it out.
Make me full screen. There we go.
There you go.
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You see
Yeah,
that?
fancy.
Yeah. Very nice setup.
Even ready with the Christmas beer,
Nice.
brew, whatever we want to call it.
No, Kirk Cousins is not the mystery guest.
Oh, I mean, he's out of work right now, technically, from there. But we'll get there. But we've got a lot of stuff going on today. We've got some business to talk about, right? Chris Henderson right? Finally. You guys did a video earlier on YouTube. Great video. We'll talk about him for a little bit. Then a new possible coaching.
Possible.
Boy, this is an interesting one. Possibly another coaching name added to the hat, the Sorting Hat of Harry Potter. So we'll figure out if he's chosen. And then we've got madness after that. We got an awesome video I've been promising in our Discord and on Twitter. It's amazing. Trust me, you're gonna love it. We've got some prizes to give away as well. What are we giving away here?
So we have a few things. We have and I'm not going to unfold it because it's giant, but one of these nifty Atlanta United flags.
Mm-hmm.
For those of y'all who,
Get back in solo so people can see it again.
oh yes, haha.
Yeah, let him model everything off.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Go ahead and model off the goods for us.
Yeah,
We got a flag,
a flag with a star because we actually have silverware.
unlike some clubs.
Yes, exactly. A nifty Skyline Atlanta scarf,
Mm-hmm.
United,
Ooh.
obviously, as if there was any question there. And then a couple of Amazon gift cards to help all of you people with your holiday shopping, Christmas shopping.
Should be
maybe
done by now.
recouping some money. Yeah, you might get it
Never.
after the fact. Yeah, call me Vanna Pilgrim, Dylan. I'm here for it.
We couldn't get away. We couldn't give any World Cup semifinal
Not
tickets
this
away
year.
or anything like that. So
Maybe next year.
We tried. So
Many
really
years.
quickly, I'll throw these out now for everybody that is watching. We'll go over it again before the first question is asked. So go ahead and listen to us, and maybe on another screen be looking up all of your Atlanta United / Scarves and Spikes trivia. But basically what's going to happen is we're going to talk, we're going to chat. You guys are going to hear this nifty little sound effect. It's beautiful.
Very Christmassy.
Very Christmas.
Holiday-ish.
When you hear that, you have to be ready with your little typing fingers to answer a question. We're going to ask a question, and then the first person in the chat to get the answer right will win that prize. So if you're watching on X or wherever you happen to be watching, we would encourage you to jump over to YouTube. That way you are kind of in the same line of the chat as
Yes.
everybody else.
We'll put some link on next.
Yes. So just jump over. We're gonna give everybody time. We're not doing the giveaways right now. We're gonna talk about Atlanta news and everything else first. But just be ready when you hear that jingle bell sound effect.
I feel like it's a radio station, the secret
Yeah.
sound.
I know.
Yeah, and once we get to the video, then you know that just all madness is going to happen. We're going to have a lot of fun. But before we do that, scarvesandspikes.com. Obviously, a lot of news has been going on for the past week. Rumors, now manager rumors and DP rumors are going to be coming as well now that we actually have a general manager. Check out the site, subscribe to it, get the news sent straight to you. Follow us, like the button, subscribe. We appreciate it. Like the video, all of that fun stuff, all the cool things that all the streamers say. Do all those things that they tell you to do. We appreciate it. You're muted, Sydney.
I know.
But I'm sure.
No, I know it's muted. I know it's muted.
Oh, okay.
I was saying
But-
natural like. I was miming
Yeah.
it.
Sign language.
Yeah. And Home Alone 3 might be the answer. We'll
It
throw it
might
out there. I
be.
did try to I did try to reach out to the kid that from Home Alone 3, and shout out to Bruno and John. They actually went out and sent me pictures of them watching Home Alone 3
Yeah.
for the past couple of days. So Disney Plus actually has to thank me probably for getting the streams up. Who knows? Maybe I got a couple people to subscribe to it. But yeah, and then Patreon, right?
Time out.
Join-
Time
Oh.
out. I'm sorry. I have to interrupt. I did not know. I was today years old when I learned that Scarlett Johansson was in Home Alone 3. He played Alex's sister. I was today years old when I found that out.
Wait, did you watch the movie this
I
this
did.
week?
I Not this week. Not this week. I have seen it. I have seen it, but not this week.
So
I
just
I was
realized
also
Scarlett
today years
Johansson
old. My wife
was in it.
is listening to this right now, and she's gonna kill me because like I watch movies. I don't care about actors, actresses. I don't care about names. I've seen that movie a handful of times, like not just once. Like I get all the extra credit for watching this movie. I did not know she was in that movie. Had no idea.
I just looked it up and I was looking, he was in it, and I saw Scarlett Johansson was in it.
He just watched the movie. Bruno just watched it. He didn't even know. Well, join the Patreon. It's fun. We got a Discord. We're doing some fun things, some videos. We just did a ratings episode with everybody. That was fun. We had the entire Scarves and Spikes crew on there doing that, so that was
Minus
a ton
Jackson.
of fun. Yeah, minus Jackson. But as I think that's everything, right? Before we start talking about official news, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Chris Henderson. I know you guys did your video. Do you guys mind if I jump in here and give my thoughts?
You have the floor.
He said general manager things. I've watched a lot of general manager initiations, right? The press conference and coming in, and everything's the same that he said, right? There was nothing that really stuck out to me. Garth, said Garth things. One of the things that I saw, and I heard Henry mention it on the video, was that he brought up, that it's slow, right, with the coaching search, right? He works slow. And I think that's frustrating fans a little bit because we've been out of manager for a long time, right? You've seen a couple names come and go. And look, as we said, after the holidays, things start moving fast. So I'm not going to start freaking out until it's December 31st and we don't have a coach, right? And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. But the one thing that I think I think it was Chris that said this, was that he brought up another 2 to 3 windows of transfer windows to get this team up and going. And I saw a lot of people freak out about that. And I don't think that's I think there's a difference between what Garth was saying a year ago and what he's saying today, right? Because back then when it was 2 or 3, it was you're clearing out a lot of bad things, right? You're clearing out bad contracts, right? And we've been moving on from those. We've been getting rid of some of these DPs that we knew that were probably on their way out. But, I mean, they still got to get a team going up here fast, right? And I understand why people are a little frustrated with, how it's moving here. But I'm not nervous. I hear the 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I still think that they can make this team, right? You get your DPs in, and you hopefully that you do get 2, right? I think we all have the hopes that you bring 2 in this one window. And then you figure out what you need from there, right? It's going to be fine-tuning this. this roster here. Right now, it's an okay roster, but it's mid, as the kids would say, right? You have you have one DP, and you got a bunch of other guys here, and you still got to build around that. And they talked about the leadership, right? They want leaders for DPs and all of that, and like X team is going to say the exact same thing here. So really, it's just proving it, right? It's bringing in the manager, seeing what happens here. Hopefully, they get it done here, and then bring in your DP players, and then the cast around it. And Chris is supposed to be, another one of those guys that is a cap guru, right? And I mentioned, I think, on Monday with Sydney, is that it's like Pokemon. They're catching all the MLS cap gurus and putting them on this team. So you better get every single dollar worth when you have all these people working for you.
So Tyler was there, and thank goodness, because the stream was shambolic. But
they fixed it later, at least.
They did. They posted a full
one second, Cindy. Did you watch the video they posted later?
I did not. But
watch it. Please do, because the camera's focused on them the entire time, right? Yeah. And then, like, randomly, this is like me after, like, maybe a gummy and a half while I'm videotaping something. I just start getting distracted, and the camera, like, starts zooming in on, like, Chris writing something down on. I'm like, what is he writing? Why are they zooming in on him doing this? And then it zooms out. Yeah, and then the camera goes to another, like, it starts videotaping another camera, videotaping Chris and Garth, and I'm like, what are they doing here? Like,
they did not see that.
It's hilarious. Yeah, all right, sorry, go ahead.
No, Tyler, you were there, and you wrote kind of your synopsis over at scarvesandspikes.com, so everyone read it. It's in the comments on YouTube. It's there on the website. You should see it. But you were there, and you and I, Henry, talked about it. No new ground was broken really yesterday. I think the big thing is that kind of delayed the coaching search, and we'll get to that in a little bit because, of course, we hear the rumors of Ronnie Dela, but it pushed back the coaching search just a little bit. Just to get Henderson in here, everything was pointing to him coming in, but the formal discussions, I feel like, were happening before the season ended. I'm sorry, and first he had to talk to Miami and get things straightened out with them. Of course, Atlanta sent them a second-round draft pick to compensate for hiring Henderson. So
highway robbery.
Yeah. No, but there's a lot of I's needed to be crossed, or I's need to be dotted, T's need to be crossed to get everything done. But yeah, you and I, Henry, kind of talked about that. But really outside of that, no, I guess, new major breaking news came out of it. And I know you had mentioned it, but we're also talking about U22s, younger players, and all of that stuff. So I guess maybe reiterate what you were just talking about, what you wrote about, what we mentioned yesterday, if you could.
Yeah, so there's a few things. One, if you do go back and watch the video like Tommy was talking about, you'll hear me probably, I haven't gone back and listened to it yet, probably blow the speakers out in the place, because I went to ask a question and everybody else was like struggling to talk. It was like the audio wasn't coming in right. So when I got the microphone, I held it up close to my mouth and I started talking, and it was so freaking loud. It was bad. It was bad. So we got to fix though. Anyway, no, I mean, so I guess kind of going through things, they talked about the U22s quite a bit. We know Garth's kind of stance on them from the press conference that we had with him, 3 weeks ago or so. I think Chris is essentially on that same page, but he kind of dove into a little bit more in terms of like, they have to be very selective with U22s. They're not going to just sign somebody just to sign them.
Right.
But by being selective, he is very adamant that everybody on this squad, everybody on the roster, all 30 of them, if there are in fact 30 by the time it's all said and done, have to provide meaningful minutes. And I put it in my own words, but it kind of was like no more warm bodies, essentially. U22s, same thing. Like, you can't just have guys taking up space, even though they don't take up much cap space because of the U22 designation. They're still taking up space if they're not contributing. And he wants to fix that. And he said part of that selective process is not just making sure they can come in and make an impact, but also making sure that they can learn from other, mentors, other kind of experienced players in the club.
You saw it in Seattle to some extent, and really in Inter Miami. I mean, we mentioned yesterday some of the U22s that they had, and a couple of them have been performing at a really high level. So Farias, who of course was injured in 2024, but yeah, we'll definitely see more of that in Atlanta. Sort of those mentors that you just mentioned coming through and helping the younger players out. Not that we don't see it now, but
yeah,
and greater extent.
And I think overall, like from the Chris Henderson perspective, like Tommy said, I mean, it's a new, front office guy coming in. He's got a lot of things that, he's going to answer his way. He's been here for 24 hours at the time. Like, he's not going to provide anything revelationary, like nothing huge. But I mean, I think one of the bigger things that stuck out to me with him was how much he had praised Garth for kind of like their mutual relationship. Like they're actually like really good friends and they have a lot of respect for each other. But Garth said, Chris Henderson was at Seattle for years before Garth ever got there. Yeah. And they had already won silverware by that time. Like they were already established and doing a good job. So, he gave a lot of credit to Chris for kind of helping build that team into what it became by the time Garth got there. So lots of credit, kind of thrown back and forth to each of them. They're excited about working together. They said that a few times, but beyond that, the press conference itself, I mean, we talked to Garth afterwards as well. A handful of us did. There were some things that he said, that kind of stood out. One, I see Dylan kind of alluding to it. What are the thoughts on the older academy kids getting thrown under the bus? It wasn't so much that they were thrown under the bus, but he just, Garth was kind of saying that like, there may be a little bit of a gap in kind of what you've seen from the academy and the twos before we get to a point to where you consistently have talent like that coming through because, the U19s and like some of the older academy guys, like they haven't been performing to the same level as some of the younger counterparts. Like, right. Like they're going to tournaments and they're just not competing at the same level. They're not, having the results that I think Atlanta wants. So that's kind of what he was saying that, there's kind of a gap there, but the guys that he's hired, he wants, like Javier Perez is one that
he brought it up numerous times.
Yeah. He kind of alluded to him as one of them that didn't get a lot of fanfare when it happened, but Javier Perez is essentially in charge of the entire academy, and him and Chris Henderson will be working on bringing in guys, like academy talent, academy age talent to come here and join Atlanta's academy to kind of supplement what's actually coming up from, the U12s and up, the actual academy program. So, I mean, it's really neat. Like there's a lot of stuff going on that, doesn't get a whole lot of fanfare every day, but I mean, it was an enlightening press conference overall.
Yeah.
And I think,
now we need a coach.
We'll have the coach soon. Coach will be soon. But man, it would have been nice to have it like sooner than later. But it is what it is. I'm glad we got one of those spots filled.
Yeah, as Colonel's saying, just basically a lot of coach or GM speak, coach speak, I should say. They said nothing. I mean, I don't think they said nothing. I think there's some substance to what they said. But as we were saying, Tyler, yesterday, you, me, and Henry, it was just kind of the get to know you kind of press conference. Look, Henderson's track record speaks for itself. More so in Seattle than maybe in Miami. Of course, we already know what the deal was in Miami, but you look at the younger players that Miami had, and they're stable. I mentioned a couple of them. Kremaski, of course, is one of them. But really a lot of young players that came through their academy maybe had to play out of necessity because of injuries. He had a hand in that too. Of course, Messi and all of that, Suarez, that was more of a bigger lift. Obviously had a head in that, but that was more of a bigger lift. But the quote-unquote little moves, he had a big hand in those as well. And I'm excited. I'm sure fans are excited to get a person of his stature in this front office and one that has that symbiotic relationship, as we mentioned yesterday, with Garth Lagerwey. So can't help but hurt. I mean, can't do anything but help, I feel like, Atlanta United in this regard.
Yeah. And And then one other thing to kind of piggyback on the entire thing, Milan brought up a point, because I think it had been shared, I think with Five Stripe Final, if I'm not mistaken, like, this moment that we had with Garth after was recorded, by a handful of journalists. So it wasn't the actual press conference. This was, journalists talking to him after. And one of the things that he said was, just talking about like how long it's taken to kind of get the roster where it needs to be. And Tommy was kind of alluding to this a minute ago, but the way that he described this, Milan saying, I don't know that I buy that, seems strange that he would take the job without knowing the roster. Well,
I don't think he doesn't know the roster.
Well, it's not that, but he actually laid it out in pretty plain detail. He said, when you are in that hiring process, like, the club is not going to give you protected information on each player's, contracts and everything else. You're going to get a base spreadsheet essentially, and it's going to say like, all right, well, this is kind of what we're looking at, and you can kind of judge a little bit based on that. But then it's not until you get hired and you start looking at the nitty gritty of the spreadsheet, the roster, everything else, until you start realizing like, oh, well, there's a lot of really bad contracts in here. And that's what he said happened. He was like, I knew that there was work to do, but when I got hired, I didn't realize like how bad it was. And he described like that first day coming in and seeing like how bad it really was and thinking like, ooh, this is going to take some time. So it was as bad as kind of people thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything to add?
We all knew it was bad, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we have to get you more into that, but yeah, it's been more fixing. Well, it wasn't more fixing. It was more getting by while still trying to contend, and then rebuild, right? And there were some bumps on the way. They thought they had Giakoumakis here for a long period of time. That ended up not working out, and that happens with every franchise. And I know we got to get started with the holiday stuff, and we'll have some friends joining us here soon. But just look at Kirk Cousins, right? In another world, if they signed this guy for 4 years, and it's 15, 14 weeks in the relationship, and all of a sudden it's just not working. And when it's not working, you got to go somewhere else, and that's just kind of how it goes, right? I mean, they still have other pieces, and they could still go out and get people, right? But this time around, it's kind of like what I did the thing earlier with the Falcons. Like, now they have all the cap space, right? All of this now that they're able to go out and make this team better. So it's not usually us waiting and saying, all right, what can they fit in the cap, right? There's cap space, there's DP space, there's U22 space, there's all of it. So it's exciting. Now we just got to start hearing rumors.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have one came out today.
Ronnie Dela.
So we mentioned before, how do you guys feel about Dela? I'll say you can do a lot worse. I mean, he's won MLS Cup, and people will be cynical saying, oh, they play at that postage size field, at Yankee Stadium, all that. They play at Yankee Stadium. Anyone can lose, or teams come in, they lose all the time there. But you got to look at MLS Cup 2021. They won that first match at Yankee Stadium against who? 2019. You guys remember who they beat? First round?
Atlanta
United. Thank you. It was a little concerned.
2019. It was 2021.
2021. Yeah, 2021. That's why you're looking at.
I was like, wait a minute, I might have my dates wrong.
No, but they beat Atlanta in 2021 at Yankee Stadium. The rest of their matches were on the road, and they really acquitted themselves on the road very well.
I hated that New York game.
Yeah, but I'm just pulling up their away record. So their home record is 10-3-4, and look, their away record was 4-8-5. But listen, they finished 51 points. So
is that 4-8 being the draws?
4 wins, 8 losses, 5 draws. Okay. I'm probably defeating my point. But no.
They were struggling. Remember, they were struggling.
Yeah, they were.
And then they came to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and they won that game. And then that set them on the trajectory to winning MLS Cup. We did it for them.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Dela.
When
you come on the show, when you signed, you have to thank us.
They were unbeaten in their last 5 of regular season matches. 6 of their last 7. So 3-1 or 3-0-2 to finish the season. They never lost a match outside of after losing Red Bulls on October 17th. They didn't lose another match across all competitions. So testament to the team for shaking off. You had that slow kind of start and getting themselves right. You look at the roster, of course, Sean Johnson is the star of the show as far as goalkeeping is concerned. Maxi Morales, of course, Dallas Magno, Santiago Rodriguez is on that team, James Sands, Diego Andrade, Tati Castellanos. Tati Castellanos. A lot of people saying, hey, maybe Tati comes back to MLS and reunites with De La. So too early to mention that, but his name is out there. And like I said, you can do a lot worse, but he's won in this league. He has won MLS Cup, and maybe his previous stops didn't work out the way he hoped. But like I said, you can't do a lot worse than Riley Dele, I think. What do you guys think?
I mean, what do you think?
Pros, cons.
It's a name. We haven't had any names. The names have been getting crossed off, and the Jim Curtin, maybe was the fire was extinguished a little bit there. Like it seems like that's not the choice, which has a third of the fan base so happy because they just hate him personally.
Yeah.
I hope to hear more, but is it really I look and I've seen it. Is it just because he's available and that it's the biggest job opening that they just tied the two? Because that happens. I mean, that happens with players, right? A player becomes available and all of a sudden they tie it. I mean, the guy became available and all of a sudden it's like Atlanta United's interested in him.
It's not a sexy name,
but not just a sexy name. It's just associated, though, right? Yeah. It's associated with them, and how did we make that? Do we make that connection between that? It was like, oh, they have a conversation, or someone talked to somebody, or is it just like former MLS winners available? Atlanta United's looking for a manager. They have interest. Well, of course.
Question is, why did he get sacked from his current club, Awada, in the Emirates? Why did he get sacked? Did he learn that he was maybe talking to Atlanta United and was keen for a move back to MLS? It's just 10 matches in, guys, and they were in 4th on the table. They weren't doing poorly, I don't think, but it's just kind of weird how it came about. And looking at the table, they have won their last match, or lost their last match 2-0, but they won the previous match before that 3-0. I don't think they were in bad form or anything like that. They were 2-1 in the last 5, and again 4th on the table, so they weren't struggling. So started to kind of connect the dots and say maybe there's more to it than just, hey, a coach was sacked. I don't know, but he's the name that's out there now.
Man, I here's the thing, and I see like all the comments, like Jason saying, when you're hiring a new coach, I want better than you could do worse. He said, I don't know, nothing against him, but that name doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, who else do you bring in, though?
Well, so here's kind of my thing. Milan saying we've been looking for too long to get a guy that's been fired twice in 1 year. Kevin saying Glenn Crooks, who is, announcer for New York City.
Day one, yeah.
Wouldn't put it out there if there wasn't smoke. Yeah. I guess my thing is, I think there's a lot more than smoke to this, and I think my biggest concern is kind of what people are saying is like, the reason, like, why has he been leaving clubs as often?
Yeah.
Said Atlanta United fans would complain if we hired Pep.
He wins too much.
I didn't like him on Ted Lasso.
I know he was a jerk. Not really. He was actually quite inspirational, but no, I mean, I think that's my only concern with Ronnie is like, what has been the issue that you've been bouncing from club to club? Because like this one, I don't put a lot of stock into it because, the UAE league is not like it's an established league. I feel like maybe this was an opportunity to go get some money. I don't know that he got fired because he's talking to another club. I think, it could be anything. Did he ask to be fired, to be let go, to be let out of some kind of contractual agreement, whatever, because Atlanta, kind of came calling. I mean, you go back, it's crazy. Like, we talked about him on this show back after Pineda got fired, and he is now gone halfway across the world, won 3 games, drew 3 games, and lost 3 games, got fired, and is now drawing interest. I personally like Ronnie Dyla. I really do. I think out of all the names that have popped up, yes, I agree. He's not the sexiest name. He's not the, the one that's like big time. But look, Jim Curtin, if you're listening, but I'm sorry, I'm going to take Ronnie over Jim. I'm going to take Ronnie over Savarese. I'm going to take a guy that at least has won multiple trophies in different leagues and has a almost 50% win percentage. I'll take that. Is he the sexiest name? No, but I think the way that he plays, the way that he coaches is going to fit the team the way that they have it right now. And then you add in a couple of pieces like the striker that Garth mentioned multiple times yesterday, probably a left winger, whatever else. Like, you get him the right guys on top of the foundation you already have now, because the foundation you have now can play in his system. And I think you're looking at a very successful 2025. There's my hot take, I guess. I like Ronnie.
Yeah, and we'll see here. I mean, it's now. I think it's just a little speculation right now, in my opinion. I think it's names tied together. But let's see what happens. It hasn't been 24 hours, right? And, we've seen this with all sports. A name becomes available, position available, we tie it together. So we'll see. It's something small, but we'll keep an eye on it. Jim Curtin, if you're still around, don't take another job just in case, because just stay on hold in there. All right.
Let's go, baby.
One of the things that we did is we sent an invitation out to quite a few friends of the show, and Edgar from the LA Galaxy world, right? We brought him on here. He's got a few minutes. He's actually got to go to his kids' Christmas recital. I think that's what it is. So let's bring him on here, and then let's get his live reaction to the video that we're about to play. So this is the video we're gonna play for you all here. But first off, let's get Edgar in here.
There he is.
Congratulations on the star, sir.
Felicidades.
Man, thank you guys so much. I think my voice is finally starting to heal. It's like all these weeks of screaming and even crying, and it's finally starting to like really settle in. Starting to see some of the merch coming out, people I know wearing it, and I'm like, wow, we really did a thing, right? It's amazing to think how far this team has come in 18 months, more or less. I have my 2014 ring with the 5 stars, and I'm like, they're gonna add another one? Where? Like, wow, it's so cool. But thank you guys so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, and fair play to you guys. We talked about it. All the protests from the fan base. All the changes in the front office, and the front office did their job in getting in the right players to elevate the Galaxy back to the top of MLS. And here you are now winning that 6th trophy. So congrats to you all. Rooting for y'all's success, except when you play Atlanta United, which we might happen next year. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow when the schedule's released. But
it's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting to see the schedule come out tomorrow, because that's my favorite day. Like, tomorrow is like the day where I start planning things out. I start texting Tina and going, "What are we doing on March 18th? Can we make a flight here?" And then I go to Delta and try to figure out what the best trip here is.
Right.
Well, Edgar, while you're here, real quick, we can get your live reaction to it, because I tried to find somebody to start the party. Right. I reached out to quite a few people. As I mentioned earlier, I tried to reach out to the star of Home Alone 3. He was not available. I tried to reach out
Scarlett Johansson, who's
Scarlett Johansson. I tried to reach out to Colin Jost to let her come on the show. He wouldn't allow it. I reached out to Kubo. He was not available. Aruju was getting his hair dyed, so we couldn't get him in here. So we had to go back to an old friend. I don't know if we can call him an old friend of the show.
We can.
You have to pay him to be a friend of the show.
An acquaintance of the show.
And he's been on it before. If you've seen the intro before, he's come on here. But I decided we got to bring the guy back, right? To wish the entire Atlanta United universe, right? The fan base, everybody, a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. So with that, friend of the show, Jürgen Damm.
Hello to my friends of the podcast, Scarves and Spikes. How are you? My name is Jürgen Damm, former player of Atlanta United. And first of all, I want to send a big hug to all of you and do this video to wish a happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all the Atlanta United fan base. Thank you very much for your support when I was there, and congratulations for the amazing season you did. And also say that Home Alone 3 is the best movie I have seen. So thank you very, very much for your support. I send you a big hug from your friend Jürgen Damm.
There's no way that dude saw Home Alone 3.
Yeah, I talked to Tyler. It's like, no way. I tell you guys, so like you can tell he hasn't
did
seen
you guys
it.
send him to say that?
I sent him $10 and on Cameo, and I just asked him. I said, please just wish the fan base a happy holidays, and if you've seen Home Alone, give your thoughts on it. I didn't think he was going to say it was the best movie of all time, but hot damn, he did it.
Well, I have another surprise for you all. No, I'm just kidding.
Is he on the line?
No.
Oh man, thank you guys so much for having me on. By the way, like I said, Merry Christmas to you guys. I really hope that the following year brings you guys a lot of renewed success. I remember 2018 and watching your rise to MLS Cup, and once I knew LA Galaxy was like not gonna figure it all, I was like, you know what, these Atlanta guys, they're really fun, and watching you guys raise the cup in Mercedes-Benz was a lot of fun, especially because you guys did it against Portland, right? A Western team. So it's one of the teams that we're used to, and no disrespect to Portland, but it was just a lot of fun watching you guys do it. And hey, you never know, man. Maybe you guys will get back to the cup this year. Look how quickly Galaxy was able to turn things around in such a short period of time, right?
That's the dream, baby.
Yeah.
So
Copy and paste, right? We just want to copy you guys and get right there.
Maybe it's having Miguel Berry on the roster. Maybe
Get him out. Get him out. Happy New Year.
Boot him.
Happy New Year, dude. You're out.
No, Edgar,
thank you
while you're
guys so
here,
much,
I wanted to throw something out there as well. You can maybe I know you've talked about kind of hanging out with us and chilling, and hopefully the Galaxy play here or some way in a way that we can all get together. But if you want to spend a little bit more time with us over the next, holiday season, the next week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever, up on our YouTube, I think now it might be done. I don't know. There is one of those classic ambiance videos. My co-hosts actually have no idea what I'm talking about because I didn't tell them. So that's why they have these confused looks on their faces.
Save that's a draft, by the way, as we speak.
Okay, there we go. So it's almost up. But to give you a preview, and everybody else is watching, y'all can go put this on while your family's hanging out at Christmas, while you're opening presents on Christmas morning, while you're eating dinner. You can have a good old time with your favorite podcast.
Oh, that is so cool! Look at that.
Do I walk across it like not wearing pants? Like at some point?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Okay, good.
Thank God, no.
Please no.
All right.
I don't. Y'all. First of all, I'm only saying this. Y'all don't understand how difficult it was to do this. My wife spent so much time messing around with this.
Yeah.
Oh man, I
There you
can
go.
fall asleep to that. I think I might put it on loop tonight, and I'm gonna fall asleep to that. Listening to the fire crackling there, and
Yeah.
and then
Do
I'll
it.
have dreams about the Scarves and Spikes boys.
There you go.
I want to coach so bad. I just want to coach.
I thought about putting in like voiceovers of us, like things that we've said on the show. But after like the fourth time that we repeated, like, the word pragmatic, probably Miguel Berry, it would probably get really old and people would cut it off. So
Yeah.
we'd listen to, a crackling fire.
Stop allowing goal in the last 10 minutes of the game. That's not
getting
too.
kind of creepy. Isn't that kind of leaning more toward like Scarves and Spikes After Dark?
Getting close to it.
Well, we have a manager now. Well, we possibly have a manager with Dela that anytime he wins, he takes his clothes off, right?
Just robes.
If he wins a trophy, he takes his clothes off. So
And he
after
drinks
dark,
beer out of the cup.
yeah. So who knows
You
what'll
know,
happen?
there was actually a lot. Some people were wondering if any Galaxy players were going to do that if they won the cup, right? Because in 2014, Omar Gonzalez famously like took all his clothes off and ran around the locker room naked after the game. So
Yeah,
there's photographic evidence of that too, by the way.
I'm sure there is.
And when I do it, it's weird. I don't get it, but
Hey.
You got to win a trophy.
Well,
well,
thank
I
you
know you
guys
got to
so
go
much,
to your
man.
your concert. So have fun.
Yeah.
What grade? What grade is it?
He's in TK. He's like,
Oh,
he's like
okay.
it's like before Kinder, so he's like
Yeah.
he's gonna be playing the drums along to Jingle Bell Rock. And
Yeah.
he's been
Very
practicing,
nice.
and he
Very
actually
nice.
did it this morning for his classmates, and tonight it's gonna be for like all the parents. So looking forward to seeing that.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Well, have
Well,
fun.
enjoy.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun,
Thanks,
but it
guys.
could also be a disaster. If you got kids that
No,
young,
don't say
it
that.
could be a real disaster. Just make sure you tape it to show them in 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, man. Merry Christmas.
Cheers
See you.
later.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry
Have
Christmas to
a
the
good
Atlanta
one.
fan base too, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be down there hopefully in the next year or two, and we can all sit down and have some cold ones. Hey, I'm still saying it, man. My dream to wake up drunk in the middle of the night at a Waffle House, and we're just all sitting there on a stack of waffles and some grits, and yeah, it'll be glorious.
Hey, dude, we'll make it happen, man. I
Yeah.
promise.
There you
Let
go.
us know.
All right, guys. Later.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Man, we got a lot of surprises. I got a video to play in a little bit too of something I discovered about Christmas. Did prepare an interview for it either.
I like it.
Actually, no, I made Tyler listen to it. I
He
texted it
did.
to him.
He did.
That's great.
What's that noise?
I don't know. What is that
Is
noise?
it Krampus?
No, it's not. By the way, have y'all seen that new movie on Netflix?
Which one?
Uh,
The airport movie?
no.
Oh, that's a Christmas movie apparently, where the guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Where he's like the terrorist is like trying to take over
the
the
airport. Well, he's not
airport,
trying.
and
He's trying to get a package through.
Yeah.
Through TSA. That was my plan to watch it this weekend. So
Yeah,
I'm
no, it
excited.
wasn't that one. It was another one that that had Krampus in it. It has The Rock. It's
Oh.
red, what is it? Red one.
Oh, Jack
Oh,
Black.
okay.
Red
No,
one.
no,
Yeah, that
hold
movie was
on.
okay.
Yeah, it was all right.
Oh, you guys. Okay. Never mind.
No, it was red one.
But that one's there, and then there's also one where like Jack Black is Santa, but he's the devil or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that one. I haven't
what a
seen it.
weird Christmas.
Carry
Anyway,
on.
We've gone way off track here. Let me
Carry on.
I gotta freshen the air a little bit with this fresh jingle bells. All right.
What's
If
that?
you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube.
If you want
You're
to
not
win
watching
something.
us on YouTube, yes, and you want a chance to win something. Sydney, what should the first giveaway be?
Let's give away that flag.
Okay, the flag. Colonel
And
real-
Henry
real
and Henry will
MVP.
come clean your house
Yeah.
after the holidays.
All right, flag. Here we go. Don't know what that QR code is going to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't click it. That
Right.
could be a scam.
Here is what you have to do, and I'm trying to kind of filibuster here to get everybody a moment to get on YouTube.
Do it now.
But we will ask a question, Bruno. I will wait as long as I possibly can. Get on YouTube. You're going to answer the question. Bruno, you can win one gift. I'm not.
Yes.
I don't need you over there with
one
AI in
One
the
per
background.
person.
one per
let's
person.
spread it
Yeah,
out.
sure.
Yeah. Omar said they snooze, they lose. All right. So you're going to type your answer. The first person to pop up on our feed, and I say our feed because I don't know what y'all's feed looks like. Our feed is going to win the brand new Atlanta United flag that you can proudly display and maybe win Flags Out competition in the future.
And Home Alone 3 on Blu-ray. No, it's not on Blu-ray. I don't think so. We can't give that away. But
Don't make promises we can't keep.
Right.
We'll
and
give
Scarlett
you-
Johansson will come to your house.
Let me check.
It says we're still live.
Yeah. If you can hear me. I'm
I
checking.
think we're moving.
Okay. Are we moving?
Yeah, we're moving. We're moving.
Okay,
We're good.
good.
Boca Negra. No, okay. We'll restart. I don't know if my freaking voice came through or not. All right,
If-
we'll retry this.
Okay. Bruno says we're good. Bruno
All right.
says we're
Yeah, we're
I
good.
gave everybody time.
What a terrible time to freeze. We've never
know.
frozen. All
All
right, continue.
Somebody really didn't want us to give this thing away, or they
Right.
didn't want to know the answer to this question.
It's Chris Henderson.
What game did Tommy bet on and subsequently lose his beard? What team did Atlanta United play that he bet on and lost his beard?
They should have
What was
won
the
it.
team?
Get
They
those
should've
guesses
won.
in now.
Absolutely.
Still angry. Oh,
Chicago way. John has it.
There it is.
Chicago way.
John got it.
Good job, John.
Killed it. All right, so here's the thing. Oh, in perfect time. There's AJ. We'll get him in 1 second. So, John, send us. You just comment here if you want to, but I need to verify if you can send us a message on Twitter or whatever other social media.
I'm friends with them on Instagram. I got this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I don't
John,
make sure.
John messaged me on Instagram. We're
Need
friends.
somebody going like, "Hey, I'm
we hung
John."
we hung out at the Braves game, so we're
Nice.
friends now.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right, so you will win that flag, and we have more giveaways coming. So
Right after
keep
this.
listening for the bell.
Let's bring another friend on.
Let's bring another friend on. Somebody's
What?
probably waiting.
Who's gonna click the button? Who's gonna click? We didn't know who was gonna click the button.
AJ, what's up, buddy?
What's up, AJ?
What's up, guys? Happy holidays. Yeah, it's
You as
it's the
well.
problem when everyone has too much power, right? Like one person has to have all the power.
Yeah, too many Chiefs. Whatever. Yeah, that old adage.
Yeah, that'll it.
How are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Yeah, thanks for having me on. And yeah, you guys are looking festive, at least Tommy is. But
Hey, hold up now.
Oh, Tyler is too. I mean,
Hold on.
ow, I missed that.
I even
missed
have.
yeah. Oh,
Hey,
Christmas story
ooh.
shirt. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
that. Oh,
That is news to me.
Fancy.
that is clutch.
So
I
since
might
you brought
need to
that
know
up,
where you got that.
I have to tell you this because I realized that I've worn this like 4 times since I got it. We were out to eat, and I said this to the table when I saw the shirt in the mirror, and it broke my daughter. But the way they have the A's set up on this shirt, okay, this is where it is. I just said, I was like, look at these double A's here, and it broke the entire table there. But like, what way to play? You put them right there? Like, come on, they do
I
what
know.
they're doing.
Yeah, not bad on you, but yeah, I know I smell where you're stepping in. Yeah.
You smell what you're stepping in.
So what does Atlanta United Fan TV have going on currently?
Currently,
What y'all
well, yeah. Well, busy with life a little bit at the moment. It's a little nuts, and yeah. So trying to figure out some things, with family, getting together. It's just it's a tumultuous in terms of like. There's a lot of like my parents. Their toilet broke. They got a new TV that also broke, and yeah, it's just it's a mess. And so we're trying to figure out how to do the holidays a little bit, but we're gonna have it. It's gonna be great. But,
Sounds like National Lampoon right now.
exactly right. I know, right? We just need what's his face? Randy. Randy Quaid, which is tied all together.
Now, all your family lives in Atlanta, right? Or are you doing any traveling over the holidays?
Well, no. So some of my family lives in California as well. So
okay.
yeah, but we're still only the flagship. Like
Yeah.
all my cousins and grandmas, they're all in another country. But we're the only people here. But
Gotcha.
so we're gonna try to figure it out. But I have a newborn nephew essentially.
Oh, nice.
That's we're just trying to figure it all out. But and
Congrats.
even if we have to just FaceTime, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Tell Mike to come over and babysit for you so you can actually go see everybody.
I know, right? Yeah. He's already an umbrella dad, or was it? Is that the term? Umbrella? Helicopter dad.
Yeah, helicopter. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
yeah, no.
Chris from the Battered Herons thinks your voice is like the sexiest thing alive.
Yeah.
Butter. Ooh, I like that. I've never heard butter, but okay. Can you screenshot that?
Yeah. Hey, look, take it now. Go back and take the screenshot. There you go.
It's covering my face, unfortunately. So
I know.
Yeah,
I
just
was
there
well,
we
put it
go.
up, put it
All
up.
right, there we go.
There we go.
Now,
There we go.
now come
Okay,
back
right.
and screenshot it, and then we're
Stealing
good.
it. There we go. Cool. Love it.
So what do you guys We know the schedule's coming out tomorrow, but
Mhm.
you guys got anything planned, or what do you guys have planned for 2025? You're trying to get out to
Yeah.
a few more matches, or what you
Mm.
guys got in the works?
Yeah, I think definitely trying to have a little bit more, full LA United Fan TV outings. Those are definitely always awesome. Maybe some more vlogs. When we play well, it's amazing, and we actually can react and have fun instead of I can't imagine if I actually vlogged earlier in the season. Woo!
Yeah.
Those would have been depressing, but probably would have just lost all the subscribers, probably. So yeah, but yeah, no. So I think it's a bit of that. It's a bit of just looking forward to more enjoyment. I think we're headed in the right direction with Chris Henderson, with the possible rumor of Ronnie Delia. So those are all, at least I think, proven winners. We'll take those versus maybe some of the stuff from yesteryear.
Yeah.
What are your kind of initial thoughts, real quick, on Ronnie?
If
that is what happens.
I think if we win MLS Cup, I mean, he's going to have to try to top that celebration in his skivvies. So I don't know how he's going to do that PG style.
High bar.
But I think in all seriousness, I mean, he's a proven winner. That much is clear. Maybe it's not at the Premier League level. Maybe it's not at a top 5 league. But I think in this league, he's proven a lot of things, and he's got that those requisites that Garth Lagerwood was talking about. And so it's hard to deny it. There's far worse candidates that we could go for. I'll say that.
I agree. I like him. I'm excited.
Me too.
Well,
we've all pronounced his name differently. I've noticed that.
Yeah. What do you got?
I think I said Dela, and the only reason why I said that was because I went and watched the New York. Because I was curious, because I mispronounce everything, right? Any name, like that's where Sydney is our expert, right? He knows how to pronounce everything. So I looked it up on there, but I think Sydney, you said it different than I did.
I thought it was Dela. Yeah, I think it's Dela.
Dela. I mean, it's Norwegian, so we'll have to ask, Ferguson or something.
Yeah.
I'm with Jason here. I always say Dila.
Dela.
Mm-hmm. So either way,
get this figured out.
Yeah, he'll tell us, I'm sure, if he ends up getting the job. But yeah, or we're gonna ask our NYCFC friends too. So
yeah.
Well,
awesome. Well, happy holidays, sir. We appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. And enjoy the holiday season. And definitely hope we can have a really happy New Year. So
yeah,
agreed.
Did you see Jürgen Damm came on the show earlier?
Jürgen Damm? No, I didn't see that. I missed that. Oh man, I have to rewatch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great.
Really a few seconds.
What is your opinion on Home Alone 3?
Home Alone 3, man, we're going there. Okay.
We're in it now. You're
see, I learned that today. I actually learned that today. That he was I was on him earlier.
In the movie like 5 times.
I think it's one of her first appearances. And, and I remember it like vividly after, finding out what's the one where she's in Japan.
I know the one you're talking about.
Bill Murray.
Oh, Lost in Translation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, after I saw that, obviously I went back and oh, wait, that was her. So that was 20 years ago or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, Jason, happy holidays. Thank you. But yeah, so, it's not a great movie. Obviously,
get him out.
Probably
get him out of here.
Fighting
the
words.
Second one is still goated, but
yeah,
it's because of Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider's in it. I mean, the Talk Boy, that thing just the units that they sold, I'm sure.
Yeah, they really that was a big item as soon as that movie came out. Definitely.
Did anyone get one?
I was too poor as a child, so yeah.
No, the talk.
I had a yak
Just
back.
speaking the truth over here.
Oh yeah, the yak backs. That's right. Yeah,
It was basically the same thing, but it was just like a Nickelodeon version of it.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't order pizzas. You couldn't steal your parents' credit cards and get hotel rooms with it. It was lame.
Yeah.
I just looked it up. It actually wasn't a real product. It was created for the movie, and it was just, people just kept asking for it. So Sony just made it new one, or Tiger Electronics just made it, and it just went crazy.
And that is,
I remember covering it,
ladies and gentlemen.
For sure.
That's like all kinds of things today.
Full knowledge, yes, love it. Yeah, and it's that. It's like plus you get like the iconic stuff like Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal. The second one. I mean, it's hard to. Tommy, like, what's good about the third one? I really want to know.
What is not good about it? That's the thing. Well, you talk about the good quotes, and the quote we were talking about on Twitter the other day is the criminals or the robbers end up hitting the other one in the crotch area and says, "You smacked my winky," and that's like the biggest quote of the movie. So how do you top that? How do you top that as a quote?
How do you top that?
There's a talking bird in it. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And a remote control car, and then the spies, the chicken pox. This movie's got it all. It's got it all.
A bratty kid. Even though I think Kevin was the worst, because I'll say this: if I ever called my mother stupid, God rest her soul, I would be not here.
God rest your soul.
God rest my soul. That kid was something else.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really go on to do much else. I don't think. Right? It was like
in Home Alone 3, the kid from Home Alone 3. No.
Yeah.
No, ask Tommy how he knows.
I tried to reach out to him on Twitter, Instagram to get him on the show to start it off, but we settled with Jürgen Damm.
Yeah.
Instead.
Consolation prize ain't too bad. He
Jürgen
Damm could pass for much younger, so
he could be the Home Alone kid.
He could.
Home Alone.
I mean,
I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh. I mean, it would just be a lot of like
Dom outrunning everybody.
Exactly. It would be like a Tom Cruise movie. It would just be constant running, and he'd win. Unfortunately, it'd just be unfair. I mean, that's definitely what he's good at. So,
and he'd be beating them up on TikTok.
Right. Sure. Yeah, sicking his million plus. I don't even know how many TikTok followers he's got, but it's probably millions.
We'll work on them for next year. We'll work on Alex Stevens for next year.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
thank you for hopping on. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. For sure. All right.
Absolutely.
Good night, guys.
And, make it.
We'll see you at the home opener.
Indeed. Yes.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Whoever that is.
Appreciate it, buddy.
See ya.
Appreciate you.
All right, so we got to give something away, but we have someone else already here,
we'll hot swap it. Go ahead and bring him in.
He looks like he's outside looking for those drones in New Jersey. Like that's where it looks like he's at.
I currently am outside right now. I just left work a little bit ago. That guy's voice is just gobbling. Okay,
the voice of the ages, man.
He needs to do an audio book immediately. Okay. I am looking for drones. I don't see any. I don't even know what you guys are talking about with Home Alone 3. I haven't even seen that movie.
No.
Really?
I mean, who is watching a movie after Macaulay Culkin disappears off the face of the map with that role for 2 years, for 2 movies straight?
Tommy.
You're 2-time worst guest of the year.
My co-host also thinks it's a great movie. I mean, the guy's delusional. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Your co-host also said he wanted to eradicate Charlie Brown.
No, my co-host he's on some other shit right now. To be perfectly honest, that guy could eat a bag of dicks right now. Guys make the worst choices. Like he doesn't like Charlie Brown. He doesn't like Charlie Brown. He watches Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin. He doesn't eat bacon.
Need a new co-host. Sounds
I
like.
mean, yeah, exactly, right? I mean, it's
He doesn't eat
ridiculous.
bacon?
No, he doesn't eat bacon. Can you imagine that?
No, I
Yeah.
cannot fathom a world where
Well,
somebody
I
doesn't eat
mean,
bacon. That's
It's
terrible.
if you can't eat it
it's
for if you can't eat it for religious reasons,
no. He
that's fine,
chooses.
but
He chooses
if
not to
you
eat it.
actively are choosing not to eat bacon,
He
that's another issue.
outright chooses. I am outside of a Wawa right now. Okay, and I will go in there and get bacon immediately. I don't care.
The fact that our holiday episode has got people coming in from all over the place is amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that
Yeah.
you're outside of the Florida QT makes me so happy.
Yes. No, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, there's traffic, people screaming at each other, people getting Chick-fil-A back there. You know, it's fun
It's
times out
another
here.
day in South Florida.
Yeah, just normal out
What
here.
what part of what part of South Florida do you live in?
I'm in Homestead.
Homestead. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Homestead. It's a little further south of like what people would imagine Miami to be, like
Uh-huh.
30 miles south.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I'm almost in Cuba technically, but you know,
I gotta say, Dylan, I know vegans and vegetarians exist. I get that.
Yeah.
They have
Yes.
vegetarian bacon, though.
good luck,
Right.
guys.
At least make that work.
Listen, he my co-host eats turkey bacon. I mean, I guess that's like
that-
mildly acceptable, but like it's still unacceptable. I don't know, in my book. First of all, let's talk
Thanks.
about a holiday tragedy that's happening right now. I can't find eggnog anywhere.
Oh no. Not even at Wawa?
I would never get it at Wawa. I have to get
It's like
MacArthur
getting
Dairy.
sushi at
What is a
Wawa.
Wawa?
What
You
do you
know,
mean? What is
it's
a
a
Wawa? Are you
convenience store.
serious?
This is a convenience store. That's
To
not.
be fair,
I think it's
Chris,
coming
they
to
don't
Ohio.
have them outside of Florida. It's like a Florida thing.
It's basically it's out of the Mid Atlantic, but they have a ton in Florida.
Well, funny thing you mentioned that they just brought Wawa to South Florida like maybe 2-3 years ago. So like people here didn't even know what a Wawa was
Oh yeah,
unless
because
you went
it's
to
more.
Orlando.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
of Orlando area. That's right.
But yeah, I'm pretty upset. I can't find MacArthur Dairy eggnog anywhere. I'm gonna boycott MacArthur Dairy. It's absolutely awful.
Is that a Florida brand?
No, MacArthur Dairy, like it's like a big brand. You guys don't have MacArthur Dairy milk?
I've
No.
not seen it. No.
You just making
What?
things up right now?
What are you talking about? Are you serious? You guys don't know what MacArthur Dairy is? You guys, one of you have to Google this
Sorry.
right now. MacArthur Dairy is like a conglomerate. They're huge.
I'm not a big
MacArthur Dairy?
eggnog drinker, so that's the thing.
No, I love me some eggnog, but
Oh my goodness. Yes, eggnog is a godsend. And the fact that I can't find anywhere is just criminal.
what they're
No.
based out of Miami. You're in the motherland of MacArthur.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, all right, fair. Touche. Okay, that's acceptable.
No, what do
Look
we
at
have?
that. You
up
hear
here?
that? You hear the honking? Do you hear that? It's just
Not really.
it's a catastrophe out here. Almost explosions in the corner.
Yeah.
That's what happens when Atlanta beats Miami. Just everybody gets angry around the holidays.
It does, yeah, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help that Atlanta beat Miami and everybody here is raging, and they're all wearing the filas too. So
Chris, how
All
do
right.
you go ahead, Tommy? Sorry.
Oh, well, real quick, Chris, I heard a holiday song the other day on Instagram, and I found it, and I figure you're the perfect person to play this for. I want to
Give it
get
to
your
me.
thoughts on it. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let Rudolph join in any reindeer
This is
games.
phenomenal.
And one foggy Christmas Eve, oh, Santa came to say, can you take me higher?
I mean,
that is
that is
so I'll say
That
this real
is-
quick. Ulmer said copyright strike can come. I feel like we gotta be a little bit careful.
We having fun.
Well,
I mean, they stole the song. That was their own mashup. Whatever. We'll be fine.
I mean, I should have led with this with my
beg
Rudolph
forgiveness, ask
nose.
permission.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know this was happening, and I just had a Rudolph nose just in my trunk.
Yeah,
Actually, I came
Convenient.
better prepared than expected here at a
That's
gas
amazing.
station. That was an
Convenient.
amazing song. First of all, I got to give you guys a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually like Creed.
Oh,
I actually like Creed.
Judgment.
That was the
Wow.
most judge I think this city's ever done.
Surprisingly,
I don't think that's judgment. I'm just saying.
You
Oh.
did though. You did.
Your
Oh.
voice judged him entirely.
That's gonna be a soundbite of ours. Whenever someone
in-
says something controversial, just play Sydney's.
Inadvertently.
Oh.
Inadvertently.
I like Creed because it reminds me of pool halls, and I love playing pool. So
Yeah.
Wait, did you say pool holes like Albert Pool Holes?
pool
halls.
halls,
Oh, okay.
pool halls,
Where you
like
play billiards.
billiards halls. We're able to say billiards. I can't say pool. It's pool. You download an app. It says billiards too. So
Chris, we need to get together and play some pool.
dude, yeah, we do. We should. I'm ready for that. I am totally ready for that. Hopefully for one of these away games, I'll shoot over there with Danny and I'll kick his ass, and I'll kick your asses.
So
probably
tell
Well,
me-
you got to come up to Cleveland now because Miami's playing here in Cleveland.
what
We just
is
found
that?
out. Yeah, and we'll talk about that as we get. Maybe we'll have you guys on for an MLS Monday and get some Columbus people in here as well because they're pissed, right? And if anyone
I can
doesn't know,
imagine.
they announced that the big Columbus Miami game isn't going to be happening in Columbus, Ohio. It's going to be taking place 2 hours north up in my hood in Cleveland
So,
at
I-
Brown Stadium.
Why not have it at Ohio Stadium though?
Right? Played at
Makes a lot
Ohio
more
State
sense.
because they don't because the owner of the Columbus Crew doesn't own that. They own Brown Stadium.
Yeah.
Guy's a piece of crap. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
A lot of people are asking, what's a Ute?
What's a Ute? Jeez, I
think
need glasses.
There was a pronunciation thing here at some point that might have got a little confused.
I don't know. I'm more confused now.
Well, fellas, I'll get off. I'll hop on so you could bring somebody else. Danny said he might call in. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's a piece of crap. So if he gets on, tell him that I said he's a piece of crap.
Tell him to bring
We'll
some
let him know.
vegan bacon.
Yeah, tell him to bring vegan bacon, and he doesn't even like shrimp. I mean, I think that might be like an allergic thing, but I don't know. I still criticize him for it. Who cares? And yeah, man, it was awesome. Thanks for having me onto the show. This is
Yeah.
awesome what you guys are doing for sure, man.
Merry
Appreciate
Christmas,
you,
sir.
man. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Feliz
Christmas, buddy.
Navidad,
Yeah.
and until next time.
All right. See ya, man.
Later.
Let's give some stuff away.
Yeah.
No, you already had it ready to go.
Look at that. There. All right. Next question. Prepare
In
that
the YouTube
finger.
comments, put it in there.
Yes. Get ready on YouTube. All right. As Danny, the bacon hater, gets ready to come on. This is perfect timing, actually.
I think he has a
Talk about-
little connection issue. We'll get to him probably a little later though. Oh, no, we got him.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
I swear, if we froze again for real, dude.
No.
What is it
I
with
think
these
we're
people
good.
in Miami? It look like they're in the Blair Witch Project.
Are you in the same Wawa parking lot as Chris?
No, actually, no. I'm in my neighborhood. I'm going for a walk to the mailbox.
Oh, okay.
What's the temperature?
Happy holidays, guys!
You too.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you.
Congratulations on a great year of growth.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Glad to do this. More to come in 2025, we hope.
Absolutely.
For sure. I love that I started my hate for Atlanta with Tommy, and then it's going to Brian Guzan. So
you still like Tyler and I, right?
yeah, no. Well, Sydney's all right. Tyler's.
Yeah. I don't know. According to his fans, I smoke fat blunts on camera.
So
How's it going?
we were asking Chris earlier what part of town he lived, what part of South Florida he lived, but what part of South Florida do you live in?
I live in it's Miami, but it's a place called Kendall. It's
Kendall,
out
okay.
west.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's close to the Everglades, but
Nice.
it's a ways away from Chase Stadium. That's for sure.
Yeah. By the way, Chris said you're a piece of crap.
No,
Sydney's over here just stirring the pot today. This is great.
Oh, it's right there in the comments.
So, really quick,
yeah.
now that we've gone on for a second, I'll throw the question out there. I'll do the sound effects again so everybody's ready. There you go. There's your sound effect. All right.
Oh, apparently my dad's watching. I have to be on good behavior now, I think.
Yeah.
Unless there's another Tom Moose out there that's pretending to be me.
What team did Joseph Martinez score his Atlanta United 100th goal of all time against?
Woof. While he was in Atlanta? Because I know he got
all Atlanta.
I'm not sure. It wasn't into
my
Miami.
father on his name.
We have some answers here. We have Tommy, it's your
Not
mother.
Red Bulls. Not
I see
Montreal.
that.
Not Red
Not
Bulls,
Orlando.
Montreal,
Not the Revs.
Orlando, Revs. Colonel got
Colonel
it.
got it.
What a coincidence. This guy hops on, and that's the answer.
No way.
Yep.
It was against Miami?
Yep.
But he
It
scored
was
his
indeed.
100th regular season goal against Atlanta while in Miami.
Well,
Yeah, that was
100th
100th
goal
regular
across.
season. This was
Yeah.
100th of in all competitions.
Yeah, right.
with Atlanta.
I still
Oh,
have
look
that
at
shirt.
that.
Actually, is that under here? Nope.
You don't even know what shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
Under it? No, I don't pay attention to what my undershirt is. But I have that 100 shirt. It's pretty cool.
So a couple of days into it, how you guys feeling with Chris Anderson?
Good
I
so
didn't watch
far.
the press conference.
Yeah. I mean, we were trying to watch live. Tyler was there. We were trying to watch live. It was a shambolic experience. But no, really liked what he had to say. It's kind of more get to know you, but I really appreciate that he and Garth really have that close relationship with each other. So I think it will definitely help Atlanta. I liked what he did with the younger players, like Diego Gomez, certainly Kremaski.
But that's the thing.
Farias despite him being injured.
That's always been our thing here, is that he did it. He wasn't the one that brought in Diego Gomez or Toto or Farias. That was all Tata. So we kind of give him credit for everything that happened before Messi got here, because he did take a crap team and turn them into a playoff team.
Yeah.
Because from 2021 to 2022, I think we had a roster turnover of like 18 or 19 players. Like, it was wild. Like, he completely changed the roster, made it a playoff team. Great. Gets credit for that. But after Messi got here, he really hasn't done much. Not to say that he couldn't have, but he didn't.
We were talking yesterday on an MLS show about the Diego Alonso and Diego Alonso certainly. We didn't mention Phil Neville, but those are kind of like the darker times of Inter Miami.
Yeah. The Blaze Matuidi days.
Yeah, definitely. And who else was there? I forget. I think he froze, but
He froze. I have a question for him when he comes back, though. Yes,
Now,
Jack.
and
I mean, it's Seth Rollins.
I was asking everybody if they feel like we lost a lot with Gunnison.
And he's frozen.
He's frozen again. I
Maybe
think
a
he
little
might be like
It's
with
that Miami internet.
Oh,
Guzea must have broke that too.
Losing my service.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you're
back.
on there. I thought the alligators got you.
No, I'm close enough. But yeah, I was just saying, I just don't think that we're losing a lot in terms of what was going to come this year, because not that he couldn't make moves, but they weren't letting him. So
yeah.
What grade would he give them? Based on what he did in Miami.
where will we give what?
What
Grade?
grade would you give Henderson?
While
based
in
on what he
Miami?
did in Miami, to the extent where he could make moves, I guess.
I mean, yeah, up until the point where he was with Messi, I'd give him an A. Like, I thought that he did great things. He brought in Yedlin. He brought in Campana, which has shown flashes here and there. He brought in Robert Taylor, which is, for anybody that watches the MLS closely, he's a stud whenever given the chance. He brought Franco Negri, which never played, but he can start for left back for any. Like he brought a lot of talent. We had a playoff team, and the reason because everybody likes to be like, oh my God, before Messi guys got there, you guys were such a horrible team. No, we didn't sign any players, and we let Pozuelo walk because we needed to save money for the summer when Messi arrived. So we kind of knew we're throwing away the first half of the season for the chance of signing Messi and friends, and that's what happened. So you can't put that on him. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, but you guys were trash." No, we weren't trash. We chose to be inferior team to make sure that we had space to kind of, build the roster that summer. So, whatever.
Maybe Leo Campana is the new number 9 for Atlanta.
I'm expecting either Campana or Robert Taylor to end up in Atlanta at some point. Or Frank Negri. I don't know how you guys are at left back.
I would not turn my nose up at Campana at all. I don't think a lot of Atlanta fans would turn their nose up at him. But what do you guys think, Tommy, Tyler?
We need a backup left back. You mentioned a left back, but
we got a starter.
I'll take Campana. He ain't going to be the starter, though.
Campana would?
Frank is a stud. Franco Negri is a stud at left back, so yeah. Well, I'm gonna be on with your boy MLS Moves tonight, Tommy. So
sad. I would love to argue that with him because I mean we talked about it on Monday, and we'll keep talking about it, and we'll probably have you on at some point. Maybe we'll ask him to come on too, but just be a whole group of us, but talking about this the Apple deal and how good it is for the league and how good it is for the fan, right? And that's just one thing, Danny, you got to hit him on. There's two arguments there. Is it good for the fan? Is it good for the league? Because those are two different arguments.
Well, you know what? I think that there's growth. People are just upset that it's not growing fast enough. No? Yeah. That's what she said.
Well, get him.
Hey.
Get him.
Hey, before you go, I got a quick question. What's your favorite brand of bacon?
I don't like bacon.
Wrong answer. Heard on the internet.
I like turkey bacon.
How much do you like turkey
bacon?
Enough.
Not a lot, but if I'm gonna have some, I don't mind eating turkey bacon. I hate Waffle House. I hate Die Hard 1. Watched it finally.
Don't come to Atlanta.
I've never seen Die Hard.
I like Die Hard 2.
What about Home Alone 3?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You've redeemed
yourself.
yourself.
It's not horrible. It's not as good as Home Alone 2.
No. Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah. But, well, I don't want to keep you guys here preoccupied with me. But again, I appreciate the relationship that we built, man. You guys are awesome. I'm glad that you guys have had such a big jump this year, and hope to keep talking to you guys and talking shit to Tommy.
Always.
Everybody talks shit to me. I don't know why. I'm lovable.
No, Tyler's getting there also.
Right.
Give me like one more appearance. I'm gonna be hated in Miami
for sure.
You're not beating me for 2-time worst guest of all time.
We'll see.
That's gonna be one of those records that's tough to break. That's for sure. All right, guys. Much love. Appreciate you guys, and have a good one.
You too, buddy.
You too.
That's it. All right. Cheers. Yeah,
ring the bells. Yeah, ring the bells. Ring the bells.
All right.
How many more stuff we have to give away?
2 more things. So,
all right.
Be ready. This one, we're doing the scarf. So, Colonel's won the gift card. We've given away the flag now for the scarf that I'm not going to hold upside down because I don't want to be that guy. Embarrass myself for the rest of eternity.
I have that one.
This one. This Atlanta United scarf. Here we go. What date? I need the date. Was Atlanta United officially funded?
What date did Home Alone 3 come out?
Shut up.
It was just the anniversary the other day. It came up on on Twitter about it. I was like, oh, everybody else is getting on the Home Alone 3 train. Tommy, you're a trendsetter. Thank you, Tommy.
Funded.
1997? Gosh.
Who put 1997?
No, Home Alone 3 came out in 97.
Oh.
Omar, I need the entire date. And Colonel, it was not December 30th.
Month, day, year.
Yeah, give me the whole date.
Jeez. Making
Yeah,
these guys go to Google? What do you got? Funded?
Jack has it. April
Jack got it.
2024. April 16th.
Yep. April 16th,
Well done,
2024.
Jack.
That was
Jack,
the
did you
official
tweet?
announcement.
Or did you cheat?
Did he tweet? You got that? I thought you were going to say, did he Google? It's okay if he did.
Sure he did. It's okay.
These Christmas sales are strong, so who knows where this is going.
We'll see. Jack, you got it, buddy.
Well done.
Hit us up on the X / whatever. I think you're on X mostly, but hit us up and we'll get it.
Oh, he says he didn't Google it. Power to him.
Oh.
Hey,
maybe he's got that date
Well,
tattooed on him and he just had to look at his
maybe.
arm.
We're not fact checking you, I promise. Other than the answer.
Well, we have one more.
Oh, we're doing back to back. All right.
Do you want to?
For the final.
Well, I mean, let's stop for a minute. And, Danny brought up a good point while we're on here. So I don't know. I know next week's going to be crazy with the holidays and I don't know what we're doing. And then the New Year's and people get busy. But, I mean, Danny brought up a good point. We've grown a lot here at Scarves and Spikes. And we were just talking about it with everyone else. Henry, Jackson, Gray. Am I missing someone? I'm missing someone. No, that's all of us.
Yes.
And where we started with Spaces and then turned it into Scarves and Spikes, right? We were the Dirty South Soccer Spaces there to start off, right? And then we moved into Scarves and Spikes podcast, and then we did Scarves and Spikes Spaces, and then we moved on to the website this year. We appreciate all of you, and we say this a lot, and please don't think that we just say this to say this, because we do. We really appreciate everyone. Everyone that hops on here, that chat with us weekly on now Mondays and Wednesdays, to the after game spaces. It's, you guys are really, we make all this interactive, right? We make this live and because it's fun. It's fun to talk to all of you, and we really appreciate you. So that's why we wanted to do this, and we appreciate our friends. That's why we've invited, a bunch of people on here to come on and say happy holidays to everybody. But yeah, I mean, I think we're, the term was blessed, right? I think we're all blessed.
Yeah.
We appreciate everyone that interacts with us, and everyone that checks out the website, the comment section. We get the emails with the comments. I don't know how I just started getting those. I just noticed those in my email. So I see those comments all the time. They're very interesting, especially when things are going bad. So hopefully 2025 brings the good comments, right? And just saying, how did we just win 8 in a row? How did that happen? How do we just clinch the top 4 seed, right? Those are the things that we're hoping for here. But seriously, we appreciate all of you, and thank you for hanging with us today and for the past 3 years, right? 3 years?
2. Well,
2. Okay.
We have a 2-year anniversary, so this will be a third season coming.
Well,
up,
I guess, but we've been together for 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the 3 years, whether you were old school with us and DSS spaces or whatever, we appreciate all of you.
Yeah, and definitely echo that. We don't take for granted you all support of what we do here on a weekly basis. I feel like we're just getting started. We've come a long way, but still a long way to go before it's really achieving what we want to achieve. And we just want to continue to set a high bar for ourselves as far as the content we give you, when we do it, how we do it, certainly on the website, but here on YouTube, X, Spaces, all that. But yeah, again, and our patrons as well. Definitely want to give a shout out to our patrons. But yeah, didn't think we'd be at this position we are right now, doing live shows at Signia by Hilton, across from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, being able to cover the team, in the media setting, all of that great stuff. But yeah, you guys are the reason why we do it, and onward and upward, certainly from here. And yeah, I see Colonel. I want to address this real quick. Colonel saying Scars and Spice greater than SDH. We don't want to say that. We definitely appreciate what Scars Soccer down here do. They're a tremendous group of people over there. John, Maddie, Jarrett, Nick, all the crew over there, SDH. So we don't want to set up where, okay, we're better than XYZ blog or website or whatever, We want to continue to work with them, with Five Strike Final, with, as many people as we can along the Atlanta United and MLS Ecosphere, certainly men's national team, women's national team Ecosphere. So don't want to come out and say, hey, we're better than anybody else. We want to stay grounded, stay humble, and
we're better than battered herons, though. I mean, we can at least say
you said it. You said it. You said it.
I mean, as Chris would say, screw Danny and there. Don't forget Jonathan,
you
the intern.
Jonathan, yes,
Jonathan, the intern that we promoted here this year, the future Henry. We appreciate him as well. But yeah, it's been a fun year. Sorry, Tyler. You can, if you want to add anything onto it before we give away.
No, I mean, I think y'all said it. Like, we truly appreciate it. I can repeat everything that they both just said, but we wouldn't be able to do this kind of stuff without y'all. Obviously, I mean, the fact that y'all come here week after week and you put up with our shenanigans, and we try to make it fun. We try to give you guys actual news. We try to give you guys stuff, from the training ground, from the club, like from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, as best we can, and also make it entertaining and fun. But we would have no reason to do this if it wasn't for every single one of y'all. Yeah. So we truly, truly appreciate it. We enjoy it. We enjoy the fact that y'all want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And so it's really humbling. I will say it's been very, very humbling. I'm just thankful for everybody. Absolutely. And we still have one more giveaway to do, but for sure, from all of us, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Yeah. I hope everybody has the most peaceful, relaxing next week and a half before 2025 starts. And we're excited about what we're doing in 2025. So y'all stay tuned.
Bruno asking, what time is the house clean by Henry?
Whatever time you want him to show up, Bruno. You tell him 3:00 in the morning, he'll be there.
We got him a butler outfit and everything.
Yeah.
He's set. It even has like a little Atlanta United logo right there on the side.
All right. So the next question, you will emergency pod when the new manager's hired. Yeah, we try to. As three of us that all have full-time jobs as well. We try to get as much as we can. That's why sometimes there's a couple of us in some of it, but I'm on vacation all next week. So if it's dropping, I'm driving down to Atlanta and I'm going to have a talk with him myself and see what his intentions are with my team.
And I just want to hit on that real quick too, Tommy. The three of us, like he said, we work full-time. So this is certainly a side hustle for us. Henry is a full-time student. Jackson works full-time. Gray works full-time. So like I said, it's a side hustle. Your help on Patreon, your support on Patreon, your support of the website definitely goes a long way. And we like to say keeping the lights on, but helps us do even more. Expand the type of coverage we want to do. Maybe we can go to away matches in 2025. I'm just putting it out there as a hypothetical. Things like your support on Patreon, starting your support on YouTube definitely helps us do things like that. So,
or if just you subscribe,
just
subscribe to
us. Share our channel. That definitely helps us as well, and we'd love to see that. But just a quick plug for Patreon: patreon.com/Scarves and Spikes. It starts at $1.17 a month, and I'm not trying to do like a telethon or anything like that, but $1.17 a month. Yeah. $1.17 a month, $5, $10 a month. Anything you can do just really helps us out tremendously in that coverage. So if you have the means to, patreon.com/Scarves and Spikes. Also a link to our store on scarvesandspikes.com. Mugs, coffee mugs, glasses, hats like Tommy and Tyler are wearing, hoodies, etc. We want to expand that in 2025 as well.
Maybe a new logo. Maybe an new logo.
Yeah, we'll definitely talking about ways to
just Sydney's face. That's all it is. we gotta keep moving, guys. The third Christmas episode.
No, I just want to plug that real quick. But thanks.
Word
as a whole. Thanks. Long story short, thank you.
I like that. Long story short, thank you. While we so one more. All right, so while everybody gets their typing fingers ready, yes, we will do any emergency, any big signing, any coach signing, whatever, we'll have that kind of stuff going on. Obviously, we all know next week is Christmas. So whether we have the actual episode, I don't know that it's going to be exactly like that, but we'll be here. We'll be, still covering everything. So just a reminder, Thomas, the answer is not 1990. This one's interesting.
How much money did Home Alone 3 make in its first opening week?
I actually do want to. That's not the question, but I do want to know. I do want to know. Also, like I said, after this, for those of y'all that weren't here, once this is done uploading to YouTube, you will have a nice, fancy, elegant, relaxing, cozy fireplace scene to put on your TV and chill while y'all open presents on Christmas, while you have dinner, while you're doing whatever else you do with your family. You can have it sitting up there on our channel, and it'll be nice and relaxing.
Yep.
Gray has Super Draft coverage coming out. We have a schedule coming out tomorrow, so be sure to check out scarvesandspikes.com.
Ooh, are we doing a video for that?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Possibly. And we will definitely enlighten you guys with Jurgen Damm one more time after we get this question out of the way. So
well, yeah, Thomas was late, so he was late to the pod, so he hasn't seen our grand officiant that started this entire holiday thing. So let's get the question in, and then we'll play the damn video.
All right. So, and Thomas,
calm down, Tommy.
Hey, I don't know. I think we're past that at this point. Get your typing fingers ready. Omar said made 79 million worldwide.
79 million
alone.
Worldwide.
That's probably how much Scarlett Johansson made for Avengers.
Yeah, close to it.
All right. Who was the first guest ever on Scarves and Spikes on the actual show, on this show?
Oh, man. I got to think about this.
I know who it is.
Oh, damn it. Did you know without looking? Did you know Tyler without looking?
Without looking. It's not Jason Longshore.
It's not Jason.
Colonel, you're ineligible. You already won a gift card.
I got two.
It
was not Taylor Twellman.
Yeah, we had to get a little bit bigger before Taylor would show up on our stuff. Let me think.
A lot of people actively going back trying to look right now.
Feel free to go to the channel and scroll through.
I remember where I was when we did this interview.
It's open book.
I know.
It was not Sakovitz.
It's not Henry. It's not Andrew Gutman.
It wasn't Gutman.
Oh, was it Gutman? Oh, damn it! I'm wrong.
Bruno.
That was a good. That was a good one. I really wanted to ask for Gutman's hoodie. He wouldn't give it to me.
Colonel said that Canadian guy.
Not that Canadian guy.
Said Tyler Wolf. Nope, nobody's hit it yet.
Tristan Traeger.
Omar got it. There it is. Tristan Traeger, who recently signed with, correct me if I'm wrong, Orange County SC.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. All right, Omar, you got you a Amazon gift card coming your way. Send me or send us a message.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Well, I think we should. Well, we'll hit the credits, but for anybody that missed how this started, do we have it ready to roll? I want to
I can get it ready right now. But yes, in case you missed it,
Omar, yeah, DM me. That's fine. But in case you missed it, we started off the holiday party with a good friend of the show. So let's play it.
Hello to my friends of the podcast, Scarves and Spikes. How are you? My name is Jurgen Damm, former player of Atlanta United. And first of all, I want to send a big hug to all of you and do this video to wish a happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all the Atlanta United fan base. Thank you very much for your support when I was there, and congratulations for the amazing season you did. And also say that Home Alone 3 is the best movie I have seen. So thank you very, very much for your support. I send you a big hug from your friend Jurgen Damm.
Now look, I paid $10 for the cameo. I did not tip him to say that Home Alone was the best movie of all time. I did not have to tip extra for that.
Sure?
I just told him give me his thoughts on Home Alone 3. There's no chance in hell that he ever seen that movie.
Yeah.
However, I am happy that that $10 got him to say that it was the best movie ever. So he's gonna keep every 6 months we'll bring him back on, right? So what do these Scarves and Spikes people want? But they're just throwing cash at me. I love it. But thank you.
Where were they when I was
mascot.
actually on the team?
He doesn't even do his hair for these cameos. I did one. I got one other cameo I bought for our fantasy football league, and it was a show called Blue Mountain State, and it was an actor on there. And man, that guy, he came on and he just looked like he was on every drug possible. I got the thing and we pulled it up and we were watching it. We were actually at the airport trying to come home when we got stuck there. And I was like, can this guy just be sober when he does this? No, he was on all the drugs. So thank you, Jurgen Damm, for being sober, but having a little crazy hair. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Wait, we have another
Actually, this might be the comment of the day. Gray, imagine what he'd say for $15.
Right.
Final prize of the day. For anybody that wants it, all you got to do is say Scarves and Spikes is the best source of Atlantic.
Just lie. Yeah, you got to lie.
Say it. Sydney will come over and help you gift wrap your presents.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Tina wouldn't let me go out to anyone's house and do it. She says I'm an embarrassment to rapping of all time.
I'm terrible at it.
I will rap. I'll rap
Bruno.
it.
All right, Sydney, you got to go help Bruno.
Bruno, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Well, we haven't figured out our holiday schedule for the next couple weeks with that, but we will obviously be back. We'll keep you up to date on what our schedule is here and any breaking news, and we're expecting at least one of them hopefully here in the next 7-ish days. If it's Christmas, then we'll be opening presents and talking about our new manager. If that's what we find out, that Santa brought us would it be funny if they made a video of Santa rappelling down from Mercedes-Benz Stadium with the Falcon, right? Because he's been famous for that. Santa comes down and he's got a sack in his hand. Don't get dirty on it, because just keep going with me. He comes down with the sack and he opens up, and it's Ronnie Dela. I still get nervous when I say it because I don't know if I'm saying it right or not.
I think Styler.
Ronnie Dela comes out of the sack, and that's our new manager. That's how they do it, right? They didn't do for Chris Henderson. They didn't do the smoke, right? The Pope red and black smoke that I tried to get them to do.
They did not.
Disappointing. So you guys have a chance to make this up.
I think Ronnie Dela's personality, I think he would jump on board with anything crazy that the media team decided they wanted to do.
If he comes out, as long as he has clothes on when he comes out of that,
yes,
right?
Please,
as long as he's just not wearing his Speedo, then we're good with it.
Well,
all right. I think we're done now, right? We've been going for an hour and 38 minutes. So again, appreciate you all.
You're not in trouble.
No one's ever in trouble here, except usually me. If there's anyone that gets in trouble, it's usually me for copyright issues, everything. Again, thank you guys. Happy holidays. Hit the music and let's just rant about something dumb. So, I watched the most recent. The music's not playing. I can't do this without the music.
It is playing.
Oh, I just can't hear it. Oh. The most recent Home Alone movie that they released, I think it was just a Hulu movie.
I warned you about this.
It is god awful.
I warned you.
Terrible.
Did the gummy make you forget? I warned you about this.
I watched it on multiple gummies, and it was still not funny. And I could find almost anything funny during that. That movie was terrible. But when I saw Buzz was in the movie as the cop, I did pop pretty hard. I was pretty excited for that. But other than that, that movie was trash. I don't know. And Bruno says it's Home Alone 6. I don't know what I think it was just called Home Alone.
It's Home Alone Sweet Home.
Oh, well, it was not sweet.
I looked it up.
That's even.
It was not sweet. It was not too sweet for the wrestling fans out there. It was nothing good at all. I am so disappointed that I wasted my time on this. It's weird that I can't hear the music. Usually I'm vibing with it.
Make sure you go wrap your gifts to the Scarves and Spikes Yule log ambiance video once it finally uploads.
You never know what's gonna happen. You got that fireplace going, you got the snow in the background. Someone could put that on on New Year's Eve, and they make like a Scarves and Spikes baby listening, to that background there.
They
And then
could.
who knows? Then they could roll the dice and figure out if that child's going to be named Sydney, Tyler, or Tommy. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Let's end the video right now. We got to stop. I'm
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. Let's
Sydney.
go. But
No, that's not
Tommy's the better name.
Tyler. No, Tyler's a terrible name. Don't do Tyler.